Good evening, baseball fans. You are tuning into an MLB 15 preview matchup here on MLB 14 with the updated rosters here at Great American Ballpark, home of the Cincinnati Reds. They take on an NL Central foe, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates lineup. Leading off in third base is Josh Harrison, followed by Gregory Polanco, Andrew McCutchen, Neil Walker, Starling Marte, Pedro Alvarez, Jordy Mercer, Francisco Cervelli, and then the pitcher spot in the 9-hole. On the mound for the Reds will be Johnny Baseball, Johnny Cueto, the 29-year-old right-hander out of San Pedro de Macorís. Dominican Republic finished last season with a 20-9 record, a 2.25 ERA, 34 games started, 243 innings pitched, and 242 strikeouts. Starting off here in the top of the second inning, 1-2 count on Starling Marte. Cueto sets at the belt. The kick. Here comes the pitch, and Marte takes this one up the gut. That's going to get into center field as Hamilton takes a knee, fields it, throws it into second. But Starling Marte has himself a leadoff base knock to start the top of the second. So full count here on Pedro Alvarez. Cueto sets at the belt. Here comes the pitch, and that swung through the down and away fastball. 93 on the gun, gets him down, swinging. And that's one down here in the top of the second. So one out, runner on first, 2-1 count here on Jordy Mercer. Cueto sets. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be taken into right field past the diving glove of Phillips. Bruce fields it, fires a rocket to third base. And he holds the runner up at second. So we have runners on first and second here with one out. And that brings up Frankie Hustle, Francisco Cervelli, 2-2 count. Here comes the kick and the pitch from Cueto. That's grounded to Cozart at short. He's there, but it bounces off his glove. Looked like a very tuned play, but he just could not come up with it. So bases loaded and one out, and brings up the pitcher, Liriano. Cueto sets at the belt. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be on the outside half. As it's a ball four, take your base, Liriano. Marte is going to come in to score. As Cueto walks the opposing pitcher, 1-0 Pirates lead now. Here's Josh Harrison. The pitch from Cueto's grounded to Phillips. Flips to second behind the back. That's one out. Flips to first. And that's two outs. They double him up on a ground ball and a beautiful behind the back flip from Brandon Phillips. At the end of the top of the second, it's a 1-0 Pirates lead. And we're back here at the bottom half of the second inning. Let's take a look at the Reds batting order. Leading off in center field is Billy Hamilton. And the second baseman, Brandon Phillips, Joey Votto, Todd Frazier, Devin Mesoraco, Jay Bruce, Marlon Byrd, Zach Cozart, and then rounded out by the pitcher spot, Johnny Cueto. And on the mound for the Pirates is the fellow countryman of Johnny Cueto, Francisco Liriano, out of San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. The left-hander, 7-10 last year with a 3.38 ERA in 29 games started. He pitched 162.1 innings while throwing 175 strikeouts as well. Full count on Devin Mesoraco as he steps into the box to lead things off here in the bottom half of the second. The kick and the pitch from Liriano is taken up the middle of the field. That's going to get into center as McCutchen takes, and he has some trouble with it, but Mesoraco is not fast enough to stretch that one. So he's got himself a base knock to start out the bottom half of the second. The runner on first, that brings up Jay Bruce, the right fielder. 2-2 count. Liriano sets at the chest, looks down the runner. Here comes the pitch, and Bruce swings through that one right down the middle, cannot catch up to the heat, and Jay Bruce goes down swinging. So one out in the inning to bring up Marlon Byrd, the newly acquired left fielder, 1-2 count. Liriano sits at the chest, looks down Mesoraco. The pitch is going to be grounded to the shortstop. Mercer flips to second, fires the first, and they double up Marlon Byrd on that one. And that's going to be counted as a 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates. At the end of two, they're up one. Welcome back to the top half of the fourth inning. Johnny Cueto, 3-1 count, working on Marte. The pitch is on the outside half. That's going to be called a ball four. So take your base, Starling Marte. And we've got runner on first with no outs. That'll bring up Pedro Alvarez. 1-2 count. The kick and the pitch from Cueto is grounded up the middle. That's off Cueto's leg, but he's able to field it himself, fire to first, and get the not-so-fleet-footed Alvarez out at first. That's one down in the inning. With a runner on second now, it brings up Jordy Mercer. 2-1 count. Cueto sets at the belt. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be taken. Popped into deep center field. Hamilton is there. And he puts it away for the second out of the top of the fourth. They throw it in, and the runner holds up at second. So 2 outs now. Runner on second. And Frankie Hustle at the plate. Cervelli. 2-1 count. Cueto sets at the bell. Here comes the pitch. That's grounded to second baseman Phillips. Fields it, takes his time. And they get him out at first, as that's the final out of the top of the fourth inning. It's still 1-0 lead for the Pirates. Welcome back to the bottom half of the fourth. 2-1 count on the Todd father. Todd Frazier from Toms River, New Jersey. Here comes the pitch from Liriano, and Todd Frazier takes this one to left field. It's a pop-up, but it's just in front of the track as Marte is there. He puts it away. They throw it in the cutoff man. That's 1 down here in the bottom half of the fourth. So full count here on Devin Mesoraco. Liriano sets the kick, and the pitch is going to be taken into left field. That's a bit harder hit than Frazier's ball. That's off the wall. That's going to be a base hit at least. He's rounding first, heading into second, and Mesoraco has himself a stand-up double here with 1 out in the bottom half of the fourth. So runner on second being Mesoraco, 1 out, and full count here on Jay Bruce. Liriano delivers, and Bruce rips this one into right center. That's going to be caught. Polanco is there to put it away, and Mesoraco could not tag up, so he heads back to second base. So 2 outs here in the inning with a runner on second and Marlon Byrd at the plate. 3-1 count. Liriano looks down the runner. Looks down twice. Here comes the pitch, and Byrd gets a hold of this one. That's deep center field. That's out of here. That one's in the bird's nest. Marlon Byrd takes that one to dead center field here at Great American Ballpark, and he puts the Reds up just like that by a score of 2-1. And that one was absolutely colossal. A mammoth shot, 444 feet for Marlon Byrd, and the Reds are in the lead. So 2-2 count with 2 outs here on Zach Cozart now. The pitch from Liriano is swung through, and that's a strikeout on Cozart, and that's the end of the fourth inning with the Reds strike for 2 on Marlon Byrd's mammoth home run, and they're up 2-1. Welcome back to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Cueto digs in to face off against his fellow countryman Francisco Liriano. The 2-1 pitch is ripped into right field. That's opposite way, lands in front of Polanco. And Johnny Cueto has himself a base knock in the pitcher's hole to lead things off. To bring up Billy Hamilton, 1-2 count on him, the speedster. Liriano looks down the runner being Cueto. 1-2 count, here comes the pitch that's swung through the up and away fastball, 93 on the gun. Liriano picks up a K, and Hamilton goes back to the bench. So 1 out, runner on first, brings up full count for Brandon Phillips. The kick and the pitch from Liriano is taken almost in the dirt for a ball 4. So Phillips has himself a walk, and runners on first and second here to bring up Jay Bruce. Correction, Joey Votto. So 0-2 count, and that's going to be check swing. He went around on it. Wasn't too much of a contention. So we've got 2 outs now in the inning to bring up Todd Frazier with a 2-1 count. Liriano looks down the runner at second. Here comes the kick and the pitch, and Frazier takes this one into left field, past the glove of Harrison and past the glove of Mercer. And we have bases loaded as the throw comes into Cervelli at home. So bases loaded for Devin Mesoraco. 1-1 count, Liriano getting set at the chest. Here comes the pitch, and Mesoraco takes this one right center field. That's back to the track, to the wall. Out of here! McCutcheon gives that one a jump at the wall, but he was just too late. He could not get it as Devin Mesoraco connects with a grand slam to put the Cincinnati Reds up by a score of 6-1 here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. And that'll bring him Radhamis Liz, who has not pitched in the Major League since 2009. The right-hander at a Dominican Republic, 31 years old, comes in to hopefully stop the bleeding here for the Pirates. So 6-1 lead. Runners on first and second now. 2-2 count on Cozart. The kick and the pitch from Liz is swung through the changeup. He locked him up, and Rodimus Liz gets him to strike out and end the bottom half of the 5th inning. And not before the Reds strike for more as they're up 6-1. Welcome back to the top half of the 9th inning now as the Reds are in the lead 8-1. So it's not a save opportunity, but the Cuban Missile, Aroldis Chapman, will come in the ball game nonetheless. He had last season, he had 54 innings pitched and 106 strikeouts. Colossal numbers. The 2-2 count. Here the leadoff man, Alvarez, and that's going to be popped up into shallow left field. As Bird is there to put it away, and that's 1 down in the top of the 9th inning. And that'll bring up Jody Mercer with a full count. Chapman gets set at the chest. The kick, and the pitch is going to be a high fastball, 101 on the gun. And Mercer walks on the play, so he takes his base. So runner on first with 1 out, and Francisco Cervelli at the plate. Full count, here comes the pitch, and that's going to be outside ball. 100 on the gun, but he cannot locate it. And we've got runners on first and second, and they're going to bring up a pinch hitter for their pitcher, which is Corey Hart. The 6'6" mammoth comes in to face Chapman, so 1-2 count. Chapman sits at the chest. Here comes the pitch. That's 101 on the outside half of the plate. And Corey Hart swings through that one. He goes down swinging. 2 outs in the inning now. 1-2 count on Harrison. Chapman sets the kick, and the pitch is grounded to second base. Phillips fields it, takes his time, fires the first, and that is the final out of the top half of the 9th inning and the final out of the ball game as the Cincinnati Reds come away with the win here at Great American Ballpark over their NL Central foes, the Pittsburgh Pirates, by a score of 8-1 in this MLB 15 preview matchup in MLB 14 with the updated rosters. Devin Mesoraco was without a doubt the most valuable player in this one. He went 3 for 4 on the day, crossing the plate twice, one of them being on a grand slam that got him 4 RBIs. And then Marlon Byrd didn't have a too shabby day either. He went 2 for 4, and he had a 444-foot 2-shot home run to give them a 2-1 lead back in the bottom half of the 4th. And with that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this edition of the MLB 15 previews. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.